ね。
なんか見たんだっけ？
見てないんですよ。
見てないんだよね。
リムジンドライブの。
最低だよね、見てない取材するなんてね。ね。
フライヤーだけもらったんですよ。
ふざけんなみたいなね。
いや。どこか見たい。
日本のマスコミだったらもういじめ殺すんだけどね。俺は今ここに来てコーヒーをどっかに置いて、もうダメだな俺。あったこれ。
Where to next, man?
Go to your CD shop. Very cheap discount. Not new. I like music.
It's the limousine drive.
日本の女の子がアメリカに住んでる日本人の彼氏に会いに行く。でそこで、彼氏は女と住んでて、でそこで、リムジンのドライバーと友達になって、そこからいろいろちょっとこう話が転がっていくってやつ。
頭おかしいんじゃないの？
I'm busy. I don't have time to teach you English.
でだから英語ペラペラなやつがアメリカ行ってもつまんないし、それの渋谷の姉ちゃんが行った方が面白いじゃん。でそういう人たちがなんかもっと普通にこうコミュニケーションを取っていくっていうような形の軽はずみなことをやってみたいっていうのがこの映画。
You are so sexy.
You fucking Japs are all fucking bananas.
Box office is so bad. いや、ほんとそう。Every morning I pray to Japanese God.
If you guys want, I can drop you downtown though. You can hop a cab.
Hey!
How's it going?
All right, good to see you, Lovey. How you doing? Looking good. I like this. I love it.
Look at you. All red.
Yeah, how about that? Housinít Underground is a 30-minute dance program featuring underground house music. I am the producer, the director, and the host, along with DJ OG, who's also the co-host.
This is Housinít Underground, coming at you with the very best in underground house sounds. I'm your host, the Diva KP. On the wheels of steel is your co-host, DJ OG. But before I turn the party over to him, I want you to know how it's going down.
Yeah, this is my girl Kim, one of our faithful dancers. No doubt about that.
Sheila Ford, representing Koji Records. She's going to come in, interview, and also perform.
Well, Housinít Underground was a spinoff from the radio show, The Underground Experience, which aired on WEAA right here in Baltimore. Public radio station, as a matter of fact, right on the campus of Morgan State, and it aired there for 12 years. And I just wanted to do more with the music, and I brought in the show as a spinoff, once again, from the radio show.
But right now, the question is, are you ready to party?
Thank you, KP. I certainly will. We're going to start this party off the only way I know how. Deep down, underground.
It's all about house music. It's all about house music. Baby, 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 baby. Oh, baby. Yeah, yeah. Something's come over me whenever you come around. Whenever you come around.
She's a little diva girl. So, you know, she was out in the underground doing this and doing that. She came through the club scene, and we all knew, and you heard on the radio, like, KP, hosted by the Diva KP. Who was this Diva KP? I don't really know it completely. So then we kind of connected, and it was fun, and she had this awesome show. And I was like, you know, and I saw it one day. I was looking through the radio, I was going to the television station, and I saw some people I knew jumping up and down. I'm like, wait a minute, I know her, I know that person. And so I looked, and I saw KP, and I saw OG, and I was like, wait a minute, it's a dance show. And I was like, as soon as I saw that show, I was like ringing. You know, why is the show not here at the Paradox? Why don't y'all have it down here? We gotta have it at the Paradox. She was like, oh, I think you want to do it. I don't want to do it. Are you crazy? It's like, how can you have an underground dance show and not have it at the most underground nightclub in Baltimore.
Welcome back to Housing It Underground, and we have a special edition. It's our anniversary, yeah. And here to help us celebrate our anniversary from the Pochi record label, we have Marty St. Michaels. How you doing?
Hi, KP. How are you?
Doing great, man. The dancers was jumping to that song, Tell My Soul.
All right.
Okay, and that's your first song that you came out with, is that right?
Right, my first single.
All right, great. And now you're from here in Baltimore. What high school did you attend?
I attended the Frederick Douglass High School here in Baltimore.
All right, now, also, I'd like to know, outside of singing, what other kind of things do you like to do?
Acting, writing.
The loneliness I had inside no longer can be found. I worked so hard to make you see this love in me will always be. I said,
And I would like to present you with this T-shirt. Okay.
Oh.
Marty St. Michaels, I need you.
I need you. Isn't that beautiful, Marty? That's so sweet.
Oh.
Thank you. Well, this is the set of Housing It Underground. The stage is where I have the performer do the dancing. Dancing and singing as well. And I also set up my interviews here on the stage as well. And then we use the floor for the dancers to dance. And then DJ OG is also in the booth. And then I also join him in the booth. I love the crystal ball in here. That's one of the reasons why I really like this room. And it's just close in here, but the ball also plays a major role in the scene. Sometimes we do our transitions from one dance to the other from the crystal ball. So this is it. This is where we do it. A lot of people think Baltimore is an out-of-way place for house music, but you know what? It's very, very funny. Most of house music producers, writers, artists, they come straight from Baltimore. Alternate, Charles Dawkins, Sheila Ford.
Should I sit here and make you wonder if it won't work? Should I move on and tell myself forget about that jerk? You can't live without me. That's what you keep telling me. Yeah.
I've been singing house music for at least 10 or 11 years, and I've known KP for just about all of that time.
And then when you guys are dancing, switch around back and forth behind you throughout the dancing, okay?
And dancers, remember to look in the camera.
Changes in the air, surrounding you. Now here comes the snow. How can this be? Feeling kind of low. It's sunshine that I need.
It's positive music, okay? There's a message in the music, and it's always positive, and we need that today. With all that's going on, we need to bring out the better side of people, if you will, and house music can merge that, you know, that gap between the negativity of the music and the young people, and even you can find spirituality inside house music, you know, because it lifts you up. It makes you feel good, you know. That's why the world needs house music, because it's just enhancing to you and to your life. Well, I tell you what, when you go to Italy, when you say Sheila Ford, oh, they bow down. I mean, she's a big hit over there. They love Sheila Ford. Thank you, Sheila. So we got you in Sweden, girl. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
But right about now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you extended family. My man Peanut Butter Wolf about to put it down. Stones Throw Records in the house. You never know who's gonna drop by or what's gonna happen.
Stone's Throw. It's him. Hey man, how are you? I mean Monday. Okay, Solomon. Peace. Cartoon Network wants us to do something with, you know, some kind of soundtrack they're putting together, you know, involving hip hop and these kind of cartoon superheroes. So that was the guy right there.
Peace. Big L, rest in peace.
Come down to the dungeon.
There's a lot of creation going on here. I mean, this is where all the music gets made. You know, this is where, kind of like in San Francisco, Chris made all his music. This is his little area, his studio, and Madlib has his studio out there.
You recording right now?
Nah, it's dirty, man.
Too late, we got him. So is my room. Real quick, just 10 seconds. This is Madlib.
I mean, everything, you know. He'll do the new Quasimodo. MF Doom's coming out here next week. We'll be doing that.
This is like, yeah, record. Close. Laundry. Uh-oh. It's the art department. Like, the percussion that they used on yesterday's new quintet.
Well, it starts with him.
I should say I started 6 years ago, like 96. Started out of the Bay Area, just putting out people that I like. You know, there's a lot of talent in the Bay Area that always got overlooked. Because if you weren't from New York or LA and you were doing hip hop, just the major labels weren't interested in you.
Well, it hasn't been easy. I mean, I think a lot of the creativity that, you know, really started coming to the forefront again around 1996 when, you know, you started Stone's Throw. I mean, it started waning. I mean, and that's going to happen anywhere, right? I mean,
yeah.
You listen to great hip-hop from 79, 80, and by 83 it sounded like shit again. You know, like there was a lot of bad independent hip-hop coming out in 1983, whereas most of the records I find from 79, 80, if they're rap records, are actually good. That's a really tough call. I mean, I'm a little bit scared myself. I don't know about you. I'm nervous, man, because I just don't know where it's going. I mean, I'd like to say that there's just, like, you know, peaks and valleys for every music, but then, I mean, what can I say? After about 1971, rock and roll really just started falling off, and it never really recovered. I mean, and there was a minor resurgence, you know, in the early 1990s. Yeah, I mean, it's like, what can you say? At some point, you know, this music gets, unfortunately, like, you know, relegated to a different sphere, you know, like the people who were hardcore jazz heads in the 30s and 40s weren't listening to the Blue Note and prestige jazz funk in 1970, you know what I'm saying? They just didn't see that as jazz anymore. I mean, is that going to be the same way with hip hop? I don't know.
There's always people that are preserving a certain sound, you know, I think that's what we're doing.
But when you say preserving you don't want to be retro about it. I mean, you know, we're not going out and making and putting out music that sounds like it was recorded in 1992.
No, but we're like starting to put out music that was recorded in 1992.
I think that's a difference, though. I think the idea of archiving music, you know, because that's a big part of...
well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit different than actually, like, you know, kind of creating a retro sound.
I have a weakness for the Bronx. I met KRS-One in, I think it was 95 or 96 when they were shooting the Step Into a World video. I'm actually in the video, like wearing a Charisma Peanut Butter Wolf shirt, all trying to dance and stuff, but I met him back then. And after the video shoot, I gave my record to Kenny Parker, who's, you know, his brother and his DJ, and I said, hey, put this on for everybody to hear. You know, just like some scrubby kid, like asking him to do some shit. And he was like looking at me like, what's this white boy, you know about hip hop? And he's like, oh, I'll check it out, man. You know, I said, yeah, at least listen to the headphones. If you like it in the headphones, then play it for the people and stuff. And he put it on, he's like, all right, this is cool. Played it over the speakers, and that sound system was just knocking. It was such a good sound system, you know, never really got to hear it in a club yet. KRS-One is like, what is this shit, man? And I was like, yeah, that's my shit. What's up? Word, oh, how can I get a copy? You know, and I was just so nervous. I didn't know what to say, you know. I was like, yeah, you could have this one. And then the next day he introduced me to Red Alert. He's like, yo, Red, my man here, man, he's got this record, you gotta hear this shit. I was like, okay.
Chris, are there any more chips left?
Probably not.
You fuck.
If love's so nice, tell me why it hurts so much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is General up in the place. Me came here today to speak about the truth. The truth, the fundament of communication in between human beings. And me, us love that, you know. But people, they must step up to me and talk what? The General, you idiot. Why are you even trying to step up to me and talk this and that, speaking to me girl and all that stuff? Fire on you. May I say fire upon you? You bomba clat idiot. Hey, may I get so fucking vexed? May I leave this place? May I say like Dizzy Gillespie, bless you. Respect.
Yeah, the diva at night. Is that OG? Hey, oh!
What's up, fellas?
How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
This being an after-hours club, the Paradox, crowds start picking up around 2 o'clock in the morning because that's what time the regular clubs here in Baltimore close. So people still ready to party, and they'll come in here at the Paradox, Poji Screw, and get some Brazilian style, no doubt, house music. And then around 3 o'clock, when they've all decided what it is they're going to do tonight, the third shift will pour in. And I tell you, that's when things start getting hot and sticky, and the clothes start to come off, and the dancing gets to be what it is, because the beats are so hot. You can't do anything but, you know, adjust to the heat, if you will. And that's what it's going to be like all the way to about 7 o'clock in the morning.
You gotta see this one, Legal Suit. This one is for about, I think it's like $25 million. I gotta find this suit.
Stop playing.
Where is it? Yeah, someone's suing us for $25 million because they beat up this girl very, very bad. Then our bouncers threw them out for beating this girl up, to bash the girl, to bite the girl up. Our bouncers threw this girl out the club. She goes down there and she claims that she broke her leg because our bouncers threw her on the ground. And in turn, she sues for $25 million, which, have to go to court. You got to spend all this money. It's just really hard to keep a nightclub going. And it becomes more and more difficult. And then what happened, like underground clubs like this, we get shut out because we don't have a commercial club. We don't have, it's big, yeah, it's big, but that's about it. That is about it. But we don't make thousands and hundreds of millions of dollars, but they still sue us for it.
This is beautiful. Are all the pages taken?
Are we on the air? Excuse me. KZ
Casey as you. Kevvy Kev? That was just a natural b-boy thing. I grew up in Queens, so anybody that was into the culture, if your name was Kevin, you were Kevvy Kev. If your name was Mel, you were Melly Mel. Rob, you were Robbie Rob, that kind of thing.
That was so good.
Sensitive ears. Connected with you.
Kevvy Kev, he's a New York cat. He's been DJing at KZSU 90.1 for 18 years, the longest in America. College station DJ, putting it down. He doesn't get paid. It's straight from the heart, and that's what hip hop should be about, straight from the heart. It ain't about the diamonds or the cars or the Bentley. It should be from the heart.
So anyway, started out as an MC, became a DJ because all the DJs out here at the time were whack. I was not a DJ when I came out here, but I went to a couple of on-campus parties, and there's no graceful way to say it. They were whack, 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 whack. Song selection, skills, whatever. Especially me coming from where I was. When I went to a party, my conception of what a DJ was much different. I mean, the DJ wasn't a guy who had a bunch of records, had some equipment, and just played one record after another, and hopefully people danced. DJ put on a show. It was really a show. He was an artist, he was a performer. So I was disgusted with the scene, and when I went home, bought 2 turntables, bought a mixer. I was like, hey, I can do better than these guys. And I started doing parties. KZSU. She's kind of hectic. Can I take a message? Fort Mason, where hip-hop lives. 85. This is the door to the secrets of the universe. Okay, I think it's 270. 205, it must be on the other side. This is definitely where a lot of me comes from, right in here, and because of this man. And this is what we do, at least 2 times a week, sometimes more.
He makes me a better teacher as well.
Now, the real reason you can't curse, there are people who are very concerned that we can't think or do or act for ourselves, that we need supervision, so they've decided that they're going to provide that supervision and create rules and regulations and laws so that we live our lives in a upstanding, upright, forthright, and sensible manner. And these people have mandated that there are 7, count them, 7 words that are set aside from the other 400,000 words in the English language that should not really be put on air, on TV or radio. So, do you want to know what the 7 are? Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. And straight from the mind of George Carlin. It is. Isn't that ridiculous? It sounds like a snack, you know? Tater tits. This is a piece from a song called Between the Grooves. It's a very angry song, but there's some knowledge too. A very small piece. You trying to get this? All right. Okay. Later for you. Socrates' philosophies were fatal, and Plato had to wait till the cradle was robbed as Aristotle was coddled by the too late second-rate great, which ain't slander. Alexander was a phony's crony and only a few knew. You spouted lies, plagiarized, ostracized in the eyes of the wise, thus proven knowledge dies. Sad to see these 3 steal the legacy. Veni, Vidi, Vici, picture Nefertiti eating baked ziti. From apogee to sea to shine and see. Ex nihilo nihil fi, Q-E-D. Your history's Greek to a brother like me. E, pluribus unum, ruinum tuinum, and I'll lampoon 'em.
It's a rap task. Get back.
Let's open that window. Get some fresh air. This song was created by Block McCloud and Mr. Metaphor from the group Word of Mouth, which is our group.
And basically it's about the struggle of trying to get on as an MC, trying to get on in this business, in this shady industry that we all in. And basically I'll let Block McCloud touch up on that.
Yeah. The name of the song, like you said, Pain. Basically explained it all. You know, it's about the pain. You know, you're trying to get on, trying to get that deal, trying to make it in New York City, which is probably the hardest city to get a deal on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're living through the struggle every day, you know what I mean? And we're like some true life, real deal, in your face. Been doing it forever, pay dues, forever shit right here.
Right.
I'm Block McClizzy, Block McCloud. It's Mr. Metaphor. This will tell. You never felt the pain so sweet. You know what I mean? Trying to make it in the street, make money, got the lyric and beat, yo. Hunger, you know what I'm saying? The satisfaction when you finally eat. Finally got some food in your stomach.
This song to me is personally like hip-hop meets Pink Floyd. This is Block and Matt getting it all off their chest. When you feel the pain, the blues, the
blood and sweat and tears and hurting, wasted years, you're tired of working. Wife is leaving, child's a burden, working to trade it all in for escape from the pain. You're only trying to live a dream. That's my fucking fault. Yeah. Friends. You've lost them all, and that's what's making you scream. No one said it was easy. Paying your dues, taking a loss, even if it means breaking the rules. You know what I'm saying? You feel that right there? Think about it. You won't burn any bridges or go against the grain. Sell out your brother for a dildo and a fucking gold chain. What is pleasure if you never knew?
And that's the key right there. What is pleasure if you never knew pain?
I smoke with an Eskimo. It's very big joint.
Cancelled or?
No. All I just want you guys to shoot for me is to interview with you.
Respect, man.
Who's Billy O'Shea? That's fucking dope, man. That should be a record cover. You know who this looks like? John Walker. American Taliban.
Fine, Aliyasha homeboy. To hang out on the stoops and the real like that.